Alright, we are back. Okay. So, the two of you return to the giant embassy in the merchant district.
Sorry. Before we do that, I want to buy some actors props. Because I want to burn them with, Pollen.
Okay. How much do those cost?
15 silver?
Alright. I'm not super interested in what the haggling means in that, so you can just take the flat 15 out of your.
Okay.
Alright. And then the two of you return. Or, Dorothy, do you want to have a scene with you and V about stopping to get this, or? Okay.
Not particularly.
Alright. So the two of you return to the embassy, and Viper has prepared the bodies. What do you all do?
Well, I suppose before we head off to war, we should have a quick funeral.
Yep, best way to start.
Okay. Where do y'all have it? Just in the backyard?
I was gonna say if there are grounds here.
Yeah. The townhouse is a very large property, unsurprisingly, and includes like a side yard and a backyard as well, which have a stone wall around them, like a fairly high stone wall, but one that would be not that high for like giants. It's probably
Right.
like a 10-foot wall, so two of you can just peek over the top of it without too much trouble.
Still talk to your neighbor's fence.
Yeah. But the great thing is that if your neighbor is not a giant, you get to decide when you talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Better than the river, which would probably catch fire.
yeah. All right, so the four of you, or I guess five including Foxglove, go to the backyard with the bodies of Polum and Istal, and Ingril's there, of course. And do any of you say anything? They're like, it's somewhat of a like crude scene with the two of them on like laying out on, you know, broken furniture and fences and driftwood and like all
Did the best I could.
You did wonderfully. This is amazing considering the state of the city. They would be honored.
I don't know if Ingril wants to speak.
she says, they were both good friends of mine, and they have moved on to the next world. And we will remove the tainted mortal form that they have left behind. And in doing so, we shall clear their path in the future. think she just lowers her head after that. Who's lighting it?
I'm going to pour out, pour a bottle of moderately priced whiskey onto Pollum's body, because I think that's what they would have wanted.
Yeah, he was
We're here for a good time, not for a fine time.
Yeah, he was a hedonist.
And place the actors' props around him.
Okay.
May the fire free your souls into flight.
Alright, Viper has the torch. As she approaches each one, she says a small bit of speech to herself, kind of under her breath more than anything. She says, "I'm the one who guards the grave. I am the shading branch. I am the pain of mercy and the daughter of the tides. Rest now in my arms, and I will guide you home." And then lights it.
Alright.
V wraps a few arms around Angel's shoulders.
We get any singing?
Likely. I don't know any funeral dirges, but V certainly does, and it's probably pretty lovely.
Yeah. So the bodies burn, and it of course takes a while, but I think that it's not a once I think once people hear you're singing, they realize that it's like a funeral, and people are a bit jumpy in the neighborhood about fires right now. But
That's weird.
but no one comes to interrupt with the knowledge that it's a funeral.
I mean, it doesn't smell great.
No, I'm sure it doesn't. Probably smells a little bit like ozone.
I mean, well, there is a giant stockpile of coal still smoldering somewhere not too far away, so may have the smell of sulfur covered us up anyway. So.
Yeah. Okay. And so with that, we say goodbye to Pollum and Eastall Boulder River. So I think about an hour or so after the funeral finishes, Sergeant Quinn Mantha arrives with 6 Coast Guard, who they're loaded for bear. They've got all 7 of them have crossbows, short swords, and shields, and they've got their armor on. And Sergeant Mantha, she says, as a reminder, she's a human. She's about 5'6". She's got red hair, dark skin, and has a muscular build. And she says, "So I heard that we were going to be taking down one of the fingers together.
That's right.
So what's the plan?"
If we're just looking at character sheets, I think V is actually the tactician.
Oh no! Oh
So
dear.
you've got so many stage battles, it's just the same thing.
You know, I know all these operas about grand battles just back and in front. I've got this. Do I have this? Is the question.
Yeah.
Um, I suppose, we take them by surprise, and arrest who will come willingly and kill the rest who won't.
Simple. I like it.
Already thinking like a cop, huh?
Well, speaking to a cop.
Okay. So the rules for this are there's two ways to use tactics. You can set up an ambush, which will generate a surprise round if you are successful, and you can also outmaneuver. Excuse me, which increases the error range of your opposition until the end of the scene.
I like that.
Yeah, and
Oh, until the end of the scene.
yeah, both of the they're it's until the end of the scene. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing stopping you from attempting both of them.
Oh, well.
Um,
I would like to then.
okay, so the ambush is actually rolled when it's sprung, but
Okay.
the outmaneuver you can do now.
Okay, I will just roll tactics. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to see what like the role the opposition is.
Okay.
Oh, it's tactics versus tactics. Interesting. Okay.
Ah, that's a 7. That's not super great.
Do you want to spend any action dice on that?
Yeah, I'll spend an action die. That brings it up all the way to an 8. This is great. This is going super well.
Yeah, well, there unless you get a critical failure, I don't think there is a penalty for failing outmaneuver.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. And I don't think I'm gonna just roll for decency. I'm not gonna roll for like all the goons. So just where's that table? There we go. Okay. So decency has tactics 3,
Oh boy.
which is a +4.
Come on, 2 or less. No.
Gets a 14. Okay. So you don't get the outmaneuver, but you could still get the ambush when you eventually go to spring it.
Okay.
Because that is tactics versus notice, search, or sense motive as appropriate. Okay. So, are y'all headed on over to Decency's warehouse then, or is there anything else you want to do to prepare?
Just verifying that I did in fact get a musket.
Yes,
Is that
you
correct?
did.
Yes.
You
Cool.
absolutely did.
I will
Do you-
just fill that up then.
Do you want to describe the musket you got?
It's a standard issue for the Coast Guard, so it's nothing fancy. Just some wood and some metal. That's designed to kill another person
Okay.
with explosives.
I thought we were going with the whole wand gun thing.
Oh right, yes. Well, that also, but but it's probably like still a very simple mechanism, right? And I think has been painted black
Okay.
and
Is
red. Why not?
Since V has 4 arms, is your plan eventually to just be dual wielding muskets?
Well, you know, forewarned is forearmed, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. Are you copying out the stats for musket into your character sheet?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So, heading off to battle then. All right. So, as previously stated, Decency's warehouse is in the West Docks, District 8. And as the 3 of you, plus the 7 guard, move through the street. Are you bringing Gentleman Moose?
Oh yes. Oh, 100%. I'm writing.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of stealth going on here. Yeah, you're gonna they're gonna get a bonus to resisting your ambush for this.
But
That's
this
fair.
means that all of our weapons are drawn, so we don't have to waste time for that.
Okay, yeah, if y'all are just marching down the street, weapons in hand. Yeah, people like clear the fuck out of the way because well, let's see, you're like everyone's as you pass through the crafters district or pass near it, you definitely like get some dirty looks because I think a lot of the rioters were from the crafters district, District 10. And but no one like throws anything. You just get a lot of like stares, but people clear out of the way as you make your way through first the East Docks and then the market. People are much more awe is not the right word, but like looking at you with again, I'm not finding the right word
Perplexed.
here. Perplexed sounds a bit more confused, but like curious and like concerned. I think concerned. People stay out of your way because like
Hey, is that moose that was at your nephew's birthday party?
Why is there a bunch of steak knives taped to its antlers?
okay. So yeah, people are getting out of the way and staring, and you probably like see some people running off to like talk to people about what's going on. Yeah. Let's go over to the tactical page as you arrive at the warehouse.
It's full of boxes.
Where is Foxglove?
You drag Foxglove on.
No, I can't do that.
Oh. Foxglove does not have an assigned token at this time.
I got it.
Okay. I'm concerned about deleting anything, so I'm just not going to, because when I was trying to set this up earlier, anytime I deleted something, it deleted all the tokens. So I'll just leave it like this. Okay. Just rat?
Yeah.
You don't want to. You can't get a rat token from the art library.
I don't have access to the art library.
Oh.
Oh, wait, do I? No, I don't have access to the art library. So, this works for me. Oh, okay. Fine.
I'll just give you control of it.
You don't appreciate my art? That's okay.
There you go. You got a rat.
Thank you.
Okay. Can everyone else control their tokens okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So. I guess I should get one for Gentleman Moose. Yes. Yeah. Alright. There. Gentleman Moose. Okay. So.
Just a lovely golden halo for the gentleman moose. Very good.
All right. So obviously the tokens are not like where everyone is. So what's the plan?
Fine question.
Actually, why don't we do a group search check as you have a look at this place as you approach
Great.
it? So what's everyone's search? Because with a group search check, you roll the best one.
I have no ranks.
0 ranks.
Okay, I guess that's me. I rolled a 15.
Okay.
This is alarming.
Okay. So you're looking and you see that there's a couple of there's like 3 toughs standing outside. Just seem to be hanging out. I'll put them on the map. I finally figured out how to move stuff between layers at long last. So I had this all prepared beforehand. So there's 3 toughs, and they wait a while, and then oh no, can I not move them? What's going on? Oh, right. I have not fully learned how to move between layers. So they go inside. And you notice while they're going inside that the warehouse is a large stone building with a tiled roof. The front door of it is large double doors made of wood, and there is a like porter's door, a smaller door set in one side of it. You note that when they go in, they open the double doors in spite of the fact that clearly they're heavy and it takes like a bit of doing on their part instead of using the porter's door.
Mm.
And then they go inside. You definitely get the feeling like they are expecting trouble. They saw you coming. Let's be clear here. You're riding Gentleman Moose in. All right. They definitely saw you coming. They tried to nonchalantly go inside, but you know, clearly they're expecting something. Okay. Yeah. So I think now what we need is that tactics roll from V as she directs everyone on how to begin this assault.
Yep.
That's a natural 1.
Well,
Oh my. What?
All according to plan.
What happens if I activate that?
what does happen?
Let's see. With a critical failure, each member of your party suffers an initiative penalty of -2 per action die spent. Okay, so I'm going to spend one of my action dice for that.
Brilliant.
So, who's first through the door? Are you sending one of the guards first through? Is that the idea? Is it the
Oh,
sergeant?
Heck. Well, I crit fail it, so it really could be anybody.
Let's go with the sergeant then. You did request her assistance.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So in that case, yeah. How much health does she have? Let me check her stats. Let's see. Health 4. That's pretty good. Okay. So let's see. That's the So she takes 11 points of damage as she goes through the door, and there's a... What noise do the wand guns make, Sasha?
Can it be pew pew?
Yes, it can be pew pew, absolutely. But just a big like echoey noise, right? Like there's like a couple of them that follow.
Boom!
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. So there's a big old boom of a wand gun going off as she steps on a tripwire just through the porter's door. And she like stumbles back out. It's just like the front of her armor sizzling from the damage done to it. She's lucky though, because she has 20 vitality, because she is a special character.
Yay!
Oh, got a good one.
Yeah.
Don't these criminals know that booby traps are illegal?
Okay.
Ooh, they're gonna get hit with such a fine.
Okay, so I'll just put the sergeant right there, and I think her guards are. I could have set this up a bit better so that if we had a little bit more space on this tactical screen. But what you gonna do, right?
What indeed?
Okay, I guess her people are like preparing to breach. Where are the three of you in relation to this?
What's around this warehouse?
There's probably other warehouses. The area directly in front of it looks out onto the pier, which of course, like...
Okay, so the waterfront is in front of the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
would like to still be mounted, but up here a bit.
How tall is the roof?
How tall is the roof?
The roof is probably about 20 feet up.
How tall is Gentleman Moose?
I don't remember. It's quite big.
Probably about like 10 feet at least. If you
Yeah.
want to stand on his back, you can get on the roof. You should have control of Gentleman Moose now, Sasha.
Cool.
I think Viper wants to get on the roof.
Okay, give me an athletics check. Let's see if you were able to get up there before things started.
$22.
Yeah, okay. You can be on the roof.
Okay.
I think there's probably like one like air vent type thing.
Okay, I was gonna say skylights or anything of the sort.
Yeah, I think there's one of the like a shuttered window high up above like somewhere around the like large room here.
Okay, let me just search this rules document for the phrase falling damage.
Oh, I can cast Featherfall. If you'd like.
Oh,
Or you mean damage of you falling on someone?
both.
If you fall on someone, you both take the fall damage.
I have found the section called falling.
If I recall correctly, it's 1d6 per 10 feet.
Yep.
Which would be, so you take 2d6 if you fall from the roof onto the ground. Or someone.
Yeah, I can cast Featherfall. It's a free action, so.
Do you risk corruption doing that?
Yeah. It's cool.
Okay, yeah, so Viper's like, Dorothy, I'm gonna go in through the roof.
Okay. It lasts 2 rounds, which is 16 seconds, I guess.
Okay.
So I'll cast it at the start of the round. Like when the combat actually starts, I guess.
Okay. Alright. So, let's have everybody roll initiative then.
-2.
Yes, yes, all of you -2.
I have oh geez, what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wanted to establish that I have my my musket and also my lance out.
Okay. Viper with a 25 initiative,
Mm-hmm.
including the -2.
23.
Okay, and
I
V,
didn't
did
put
you
the two-
include
I didn't put the -2 in the sheet.
V, did you include the -2?
No, so it's just 21.
Just 21. Okay. And I'm gonna roll for a couple others while we are here, who will eventually become relevant, I'm sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You realize with all those boxes, we're gonna have to deal with like things such as partial cover and 1/4 cover and.
I wonder how many sparked are in those crates.
Hmm.
Oh, I hate that idea that you just presented.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, shouldn't use that term.
Term?
Oh, just I was gonna use guards for some other enemies, and then I realized I
Oh,
would get very
yeah.
confused with.
Yeah, that could get
Just call them bad guys so we feel morally okay with what happens here.
evil guards.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dire guards, give them the spikes.
Oh no. I did this to the guy.
They don't seem to bite.
Cat was pretty surprisingly chill with that situation.
He's pretty used to me messing with him.
Okay. All right. So. Something I'm thinking here is that this could be a big, huge battle with all of your guards and their guards, and plus the three of you, plus Gentleman Moose, plus Foxglove, all of which would take some time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be a bit much for, like, with all of these NPCs. So here's what happens. The guards rush in and they engage the goons inside the warehouse, the bunch of toughs that work here. And just like this fight breaks out, the guards are badly outnumbered, but they are better equipped and better trained. The goons are coming at them with like clubs and hatchets, but the guards have shields and swords and armor. So as they are like occupied, they manage to clear a space, and the sergeant, between deflecting blows with her shield, says, "Go, go, we'll hold off these ones. Get decency before she escapes." So that's what we're gonna do. Because
So when I kick open this vent/window on the roof, what do I see below me?
so what you see below you is a very large room with a bunch of crates stacked all over the place. Give me an investigate roll.
I can do that.
Oh, Austin, my my initiative was 14.
Oh, then what was the...
Foxglove's initiative is 8.
Oh, you're... okay.
Hell yeah.
It's a 25 in my scrutinizing of the situation.
I find it very fascinating that you can investigate, but you cannot search.
For shit, I can investigate and notice.
You can't see what's in front of you,
Right.
but you
Funny.
can ask people
I'm
about
good.
it.
I'm strong at concepts. I'm very bad at specific items.
Okay. So yeah, so what you realize is that as you're looking through, you can see like the names of some of what's in these crates, and you realize that all the stuff in here is like goods that you need for extended sea voyages,
Hmm.
like salted meats, potable water, rigging rope, sailcloth, planks of wood. You also notice that there's like a kind of weirdly, there's a bunch of buckets that already have water in them, just like scattered around the warehouse. So yeah, that's all of what's in here. And you obviously can see the fight going on down below.
Okay. No eyes on decency or any of the more important of her hirelings, maybe?
No, but from up here you can see that there's like 3 other rooms at the back of the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a doorway in through one of them.
Oh yeah. Okay. If I actually pay attention to the map, that's clear.
Yeah, they have their own. Each of those rooms has their own like little roof.
Right.
They don't go all the way to the ceiling in here, so if you wanted to try, you could probably get onto one of those roofs.
How high are the crates stacked?
Pretty high in places. Some places not like it's just a single crate. Other places, it's stacked like 10 feet up.
So it'd still be a 10-foot drop, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I would probably destroy a whole stack of crates if I dropped 10 feet up to it. All right.
Consider it would be sick as hell.
It would. I agree.
I think you can also make acrobatics.
Wait.
check.
How would? Oh yeah. Okay. I was about to say wood's actually kind of hard to break, isn't it? Because it counts as hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd only be doing a d6 damage to it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna wait on Dorothy. I'm just dropping in on a stack of crate.
Okay.
So I'm not super good at acrobatics, but
So, yeah. Oh, you
14.
14. Okay.
I think the DC is 20 to half falling damage.
It is. Otherwise, you suffer full damage and become sprawled as well.
Word.
Yeah. So which pile of crates are you trying to drop down on? Because the vent was like kind of in the middle.
Okay. I kind of would like to get maybe there-ish.
Yeah, sure. Just drag your
in this quadrant to so I can maybe run across the tops of some crates and jump over this wall.
Okay. So you're
Do all the shit I'm not statted out to do.
Okay, so you're sprawled, so you're gonna spend your other half action getting back up?
Getting back up, yeah.
Okay. There we go. V, what do you want to do?
I would like to ride into the warehouse.
Oh, and that would be a d6 damage to me.
Yes.
I'm a goody two-shoes who would feel guilty if I didn't remind you.
Well, thank you. You take 4 points of falling damage,
Okay.
which just goes right past damage reduction.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So you want to just ride right on in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hell, yes.
All right. Well, what is Gentleman Moose's move speed?
It's a fine question.
It's a bunch, if I remember correctly.
Moose's 50 feet of ground, and running it's 250 feet.
Right. Okay. So running has to be in a straight line, I think.
Okay.
Let me.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a feat
Yes,
for that.
there's a feat that allows you to turn. Okay, so you can also. Doesn't Gentleman Moose have a trample attack?
I believe, yes, trample 1.
Oh my god, this means you're taking Gentleman Moose out on the pier to get up ahead of steam before you hit the door.
So how does trample work? Let's see. Natural attacks trample, page 223. Let's see. The character moves up to a speed through areas occupied by targets 2 or more sizes smaller. So, literally everyone other than you and Viper doesn't have to stop when he moves past or through conscious opponents, though he does have to end his movement in an unoccupied area. At the end of the character's movement, he makes a single trample attack, and the result is compared to the defense of each opponent run over during the move. The second and each subsequent opponent gains a cumulative +2 defense bonus. Damage is rolled separately for each opponent hit. Targets hit by this attack must also make a fortitude save or become sprawled. Okay, so to be clear, if you do this, you are like going through the fight between the guards and the toughs. So you're going to be trampling everyone.
Well, I figured I would just make an entrance. I don't think I've thought through what that means. I'm just gonna lean as hard as possible on that crit fail, and it's just gonna happen.
Okay, are you moving as far as you can on Gentleman Moose? Because I think that would put you about here.
Okay, that's 50.
That's like double moving, using both moves. Because
sure.
since you can't stop in an occupied space, you're gonna have
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay. How do I? To the back. There we go.
Just as a sidebar, I did a little quick math, and at full running speed, Gentleman Moose is moving 28.41 miles per hour. That's 45 kilometers per hour.
Yep.
Am I rolling a thing? I forget.
Yes, you need to. So Gentleman Moose needs to make a trample attack.
Okay, which is over here that I closed like a fool. Trample is 1d12 plus 2 lethal.
Not the damage. You have to make the attack roll first.
Okay. Is that just a d20?
Is Gentleman Moose's stats on your character sheet?
It is, but can't read.
Okay, so let's see. So Gentleman Moose has +1 attack value. It's the ATK below the speed.
Okay.
So 1d20. Oh, and then strength of 14. So that's +2. So 1d20 +3.
Okay. That's a 9.
Okay. So unfortunately, that doesn't beat anyone's defense.
Fortunately, it was incredibly impressive, though.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone gets the fuck out of the way as Gentleman Moose comes barreling through. It just like knocks those warehouse doors wide open like a battering ram. It just comes charging in to the warehouse. Okay, Dorothy, what are you doing?
Less impressively, 1, 2.
This should be wide open at this point because of
Oh, okay.
Because of Gentleman Moose. Everyone is like gotten the fuck out of the way.
4.
Oh, yeah.
And then I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Super fast.
Okay. Is everyone just like making a beeline for the doorway to the back rooms? Is that the plan? Okay. So we can just oh, right, I'm not in the right layer again. We can just move all of you right there, because the fight at the door is between the guards and the and the goons. Viper, where do you want to end up?
theoretically over this wall in the farthest room.
Over the roof there?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely get there. Actually, make that acrobatics roll to see if you make the jump.
I'm so good at RPGs. Yeah, that's a 5.
Okay.
No.
Check has no DC. Instead, with a running horizontal jump, the character clears a number of feet equal to the check result plus 5 to a maximum of height times 6.
So you were here, so that's 10 feet.
Yeah.
You did it!
You just cleared it.
You did it!
Oh my god. Told you I'm good at RPGs.
Way to make it. Okay.
A gentleman rolls the exact number he needs and no more.
Don't want to get greedy with those numbers.
All right. So, are V and Dorothy busting in through that door?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like these wide wooden double doors that swing open, and you're just rushing in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm just going to move those guys there. So you kick open the door, and there's 3 very surprised looking toughs holding their clubs. And Dorothy, are you right on V's tail?
Sure.
Okay.
And then... And then Foxglove will get into her underfoot stance. And then 1, 2... Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna make them come to me.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to return to the initiative tracker. So, Viper, what are you doing?
What's in this room?
You can't see inside. There's a roof.
Oh, I see. I was wildly misunderstanding the situation here. I thought there was no roof, just walls.
No, yeah, sorry. There is.
Okay.
Yes, they have roofs. You did
Okay.
not leap into the room. You leapt onto the room.
Okay. In that case, assuming there's no window or vent or anything on this roof, I need to make a hole.
Okay. What is...
Well, what material is it made out of? If it's stone, this is just a non-starter.
No, it's wood.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to be going at it with my spear.
Okay. I gotta... If you're gonna keep this up, I gotta start memorizing where damage.
Yeah, I was just
objects
thinking the
is.
same thing. You think as often as I try to break stuff, I would just remember where the chart is.
Damage saves. Where are you? Or... Damage versus gear and scenery. 155 or 207. Okay, 155. Or is 207 something else? These are standard characters. Standard character or object. Why is... Okay. Well, 155 is what we want. Not sure why it even lists that other section. Okay. Yeah, alright, so it's going to be hard and it's going to be 3 inches thick. So it's a 0 modifier, or plus 10 modifier to its damage save, but only one save. Okay, so give me that damage roll. Seven. Does your weapon have armor piercing or keen?
I don't believe it does. No. No, large scale, guard, reach, and error +1.
Okay. A save against each damage value independently. Damage does not linger or accumulate. DC is 10 plus half the damage inflicted. Okay, so that's 13. It passes with a 28. Because it has plus 10.
Okay, well, I guess I'll use my other action to do it again.
Alright. We do this enough times, we will figure out, we will have this memorized. Okay, yeah. You do not break through on this turn anyways.
Nope.
You're just like banging on the roof of this room with your spear.
My cool entrance has been foiled yet again.
Okay, V, what are you up to?
I believe I'm going to gore these gentlemen.
With Gentleman Moose?
Yes.
That sentence was, I believe I'm going to gore these, comma, gentlemen.
Which is a 1d20 plus 3?
Yep.
Which is a 9 again.
What is their defense?
How do I...
Okay, yeah, they don't have good defense, but you still did not beat them.
Can I spend a action die to bump that?
I'll let you do it this time, but in the future you need to choose to spend action dice before you find out the result.
Okay.
But yeah, go roll ahead.
Oops, fuck that up real bad. It's a 2. That's an 11.
11. And we've decided that ties go to the attacker because it speeds things up for this very reason. Okay, so you used... are you doing... Sorry, were you... What's the reach of Gentleman Moose? Is it just 1?
I don't know. Reach 1, yes, reach 1.
Okay.
I can move forward if that...
Yeah, so you can... If you don't take a move action, characters can take a 5-foot step for free. So if you want to take a 5-foot step forward with you on Gentleman Moose, then you can do so, and then that'll let you make a second attack. However, roll your damage first.
Okay. Sorry, I have to, like...
Type it up, yeah.
unscroll the whole thing every time that I page away from the character sheet, which is 2d8. Oops. Roll. Plus 2. Which is 11.
Jesus. Gentleman Moose just fucking rips this guy in half, basically, with
He's no gentleman.
with his horns, or his antlers. That guy's... Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have just deleted him, but he's gone. He's back.
Gentleman Moose, like, picks him up and throws him, and he's just gone. Just not here anymore.
Yeah. What do I put on those fancy markers? There we go. His ass is dead. So these guys have the minion or the mook quality, which means that they don't have damage saves. If you do any damage to them, they die.
I see.
Because they are just goons.
Okay. Well, I would like to do that again if I can. If I take a step and do that?
Yeah, take your 5-foot step.
Okay.
And impale the guy on the other antler, I guess.
Well, assuming 1d20 plus 3. Oh boy, that's a 20.
Do you want to activate that?
No, I don't.
Good call. Yeah, roll your damage. Actually, you don't even need to, because well, these guys do have some like light leather armor they're wearing, but it's only damage reduction 1, and you're rolling 2 dice, which means the minimum damage is 2, and then you've
see.
also got the +2 from Gentleman Moose's strength. This guy is also very dead.
Just don't stand a chance. Has anyone else on this call ever actually been inside of a building with just a regular deer in it?
Anyone else? Excuse me?
It is wildly terrifying.
Back that up. I mean, I've been with horses. And I've seen a moose in the wild. Maybe some math there would equal something similar.
I had a very, very rural South Georgia upbringing.
My goodness.
I have been inside of a building with a deer.
Oof.
I don't recommend it.
No.
Like a stable or barn, or just like...
Oh, it was a house.
Oh, jeez. Oh, heck.
Was
wow.
the deer supposed to be there?
No. The deer came in an open door
Okay.
and then got itself cornered in a bedroom, and we had to get it out.
Jeez.
Yeah, that sounds frightening.
Scary as hell.
And a pain. Okay, Dorothy, what are you going to do?
This guy, I'm just going to crack my whip threateningly, just as a mechanic, and just intimidate him.
Okay.
And hopefully he'll faint dead from the stress. Bad for these guys. Mook, mook, mook. Intimidate. 13.
13. Okay, do they have resolve as a skill? No, they do not. But they do get a roll, nonetheless. Okay.
He dead?
Yeah, he dead. I think he sees his like friends get impaled, and then you just like crack a whip at him, and he just has a heart attack
Aww.
and just fucking dies.
Oh, man.
I guess we'll take this opportunity to 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
1, 2.
All right. So the door opens, Dorothy. And you can see into the other room that there is a couple more guys.
Yeah.
Let's see. You are threatening these adjacent squares, so he actually just like stops dead in his tracks and is like, what the fuck?
Oh god.
That seems like the only reasonable course of action to take.
At any time when stumbling across Dorothy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got like a hatchet in hand. Is that the right weapon that I'm thinking of? Let me just quickly double check. Hatchet. Yeah. Okay. Yep. He's got a hatchet in hand, and he like sees that you're animate, and like sees
God.
sees the mess that is here, and so he's gonna attack you with that axe of his. These guys are good at attacking, though.
If he chops off my arm, I'm taking it and beating him with him. I have blunt proficiency, so
Incredible.
What's
That's a
your
baller
defense?
move.
13.
13. Okay, so he misses with his first attack. And hits
Wait,
with...
but didn't he open the door? Isn't that an action?
No. Just as part of a move action, you can handle an item. Or sorry.
So he
no,
moved.
That was a 5-foot step through the doorway. They know y'all are here.
Okay.
Um,
But yeah, that hits.
yes. Okay, so now... Do you have any armor?
Nope.
Okay, so you take 3 points of lethal damage as he, like, chops at you.
Okay.
Alright. And then... Let's see. This one, unwittingly does a 5-foot step into the same square as Foxglove.
Does he roll a tumble check?
Uh,
Or else he's sprawled or flat-footed?
you don't have to do it with 5-foot steps.
Okay.
And is going to chop at you. Misses his first attack. Gets an error on his second one. Does anyone want to activate that?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Let's see if he kills himself. Well, there it goes. He like
Good.
comes through the doorway in like stepping around, and I think like Foxglove trips him,
Mm-hmm.
and he falls on his hatchet like right to the throat.
Mm-hmm.
Eek.
Rough day.
Just, yeah. He's done so. Next guy is going to come through, but he needs to make an acrobatics check to get through. He fails. He runs through, trips over his dead buddy,
Oh God, this is
and then is sprawled.
a lot.
Wow.
Yep. Foxglove's turn.
5-foot step, and let's double check. Make 2 attack roll for her.
What does underfoot stance do?
Gives so I can enter any square with I think someone 2 or more sizes larger than me without making a tumble check, and I'm getting a +4 dodge bonus to defense against their attacks.
Okay.
So is this person flanked? The one in front of Dorothy.
In front of Dorothy?
Yeah.
No, because you have to have someone on opposite sides.
Dorothy has a range of 3. Does that
Because
help?
no, it's about
Because my whip.
yeah. It's not because of your reach.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
spaces you occupy.
I think that is just yeah, just a d20. Nope. No. Okay, so I rolled a 5. I guess that does not hit.
That does not hit.
And a 1.
Okay. I am going to activate that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give this guy a free attack against Foxglove.
Okay. Also, Foxglove suffers from critical hesitation, so when she suffers a critical hit or failure, she becomes slowed for 1 round. So I can only take 1 half action during each round, and I take -1 penalty with attack checks and reflex saves. Defense decreases by 1, and speed drops by 1/2.
trying to save on some XP with those flaws, and you took one you thought you'd never have to deal with, huh?
No, actually, I thought that it suited the character. If a rat gets hurt, she's going to panic.
Yeah, okay. Alright, what's Foxglove's defense? Probably like 14 or 16 or something at this point.
So who's attacking her?
The
The one in front of Dorothy?
the goon that Foxglove is occupying the same space as. This rat
Oh,
is
she
just...
wasn't attacking him.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
As much as I would get, the better defense. But, so is this a melee attack?
Yeah.
Her defense is 18, so that would be 17.
It's good to be tiny.
Yeah. Okay, so he like sees this rat trying to kill his buddy and is like, fucking hate magic, and starts like chopping at Foxglove with his hatchet. And Foxglove is just too quick, too small, and is like, he's not hitting his buddy's toes with his hatchet. Okay.
Is she gonna shoot through this roof at me yet? That would really help.
Sure hope no one fires a musket up to me. That would be real bad. And then we learn why Viper is only the combat combat teacher, not an actor.
My tactics has 1 rank.
Okay. Let me. I just had to see if no, nothing comes out up through the roof at you.
Darn.
Let's see. Give me a notice check, Viper.
Notice is 15.
15. Okay. You hear the sound of a door closing underneath you, but that's it.
How high up is Viper?
10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. So Dorothy, through the open doorway, you can see that there's 3 root walkers. Very intimidating looking people, and they have on them what do you call it, like swords and knives just all over them.
Just taped to them? Are
No.
they just trees?
Dressed to impress.
Yeah, they like have some limited clothing on, but like, you know, they don't have the same anatomical concerns as a human does. So like,
Look, I don't want to see any tree dick. Okay.
yeah, there's no tree dick, as you put it. Like,
Does the tree have wood?
It's a bad one. It's a bad thing you just said. Fine.
like two of them are wearing pants. One of them is just
Now we're retconning pants on all of them.
Everyone is wearing a lot of clothing.
one of them is wearing like a dress.
Properly Victorian in here. not so much as an ankle.
They don't have shirts on.
They're all ashamed of their bodies as God intended.
Trees.
But yeah, one of them's throwing a knife at you, Dorothy.
I mean, I deserve it.
Oh, did I close? I did. I gotta stop doing that. Okay, what is their attack? It's this same as the goons? Yeah, wait. Is that the same as the goons? No, it's not. It's worse than the goons. Oh, but it's the same modifier. Okay. Yeah, alright. Throwing a dagger at you. You've got half cover because of the guy in front of you.
What does that do? Do you know what that does?
I think that is +4 to your defense.
No, it hits.
It still hits, huh?
Yeah.
Cover 214. Cover, scenery cover. Let's see. Offers a bonus to targets to defense. Okay, table 5-2, half, yeah, +4 to defense.
Cool. Yeah, it hits. So.
It still hits, eh? Okay, so you're gonna take another 1d6 damage as this dagger hits you for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright. The other ones don't really have good eyes on you.
Oh, wait. I got my vitality and wounds mixed up in here.
Ah. Yeah, how do you set that,
You click on the gear.
Oh, and is it just the 2 bars you can fill in?
Yeah, there's a couple of different things you can do. But yeah, I just filled it in with the heart and the heart monitor.
Okay. Alright. So that's them going. Viper, it's your go. What are you gonna do?
I guess I'm going to try to break this roof.
Nothing if not persistent, our Viper.
Yeah.
Alright, roll your damage.
One go and then maybe reassess. 8.
8.
So the save DC would be 14.
Yep. Nope, you don't break through the first time. You're gonna try again?
I believe in you, Viper.
I think you can do it.
Yeah. One more again.
Just think of how cool it would be.
7, so it'll be 13.
Yeah, okay. Nope, that's a 20.
Yes, whoever put this roof together just really should be commended.
Viper banging on the roof.
Yeah, let us not forget there's 2,000 pounds of beefy tree woman standing on it, too.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess that's my turn.
Oh, poor Viper. V, what are you doing?
I would like to, there was aim is a full action? Is that correct?
Aim is a half action for...
Aim is a half action. I would like to move, I'd like to move so that I can see some folks through the doorway. I feel like I can. I think I've got a line of sight on this one.
Okay.
And then I would like to, aim, so +1 with standard attack, and then fire my gun at them.
Okay, they will have defense because of the dude in front, but the way cover works in Fantasy Craft, because it's Fantasy Craft, is that if you miss the shot due to the cover margin, you hit the cover.
Okay. That's fine. So yeah, then I push the button that says that I did that thing with the attack. I think that was right. And I got a 6, and that's not gonna do it, I don't think.
No, your shot goes wide.
Oh,
It does not even because of the cover. You just like the tumult of the fight and Gentleman Moose's agitated stamping. You just like shoot the wall, and I think you put a hole through the wall above the guy's
Are you
head.
sure? Are you sure it's the wall, not the roof?
Yeah, it's definitely the wall.
Thank you, though. Appreciate the effort.
But give me
Oh.
give me a damage roll for that shot
Sure.
to see if you
I'll s-
like blow a hole clean through the wall.
That didn't work. What? Hang on. I hacked that up. Right, good. I'm
Yeah,
very
pretty sure
sorry.
it does more than 0 damage.
It's 3d6.
Yeah, guns do a lot of damage.
3. There you go. That's a 12.
That's a 12, so DC 16. No, that's a 26.
This place was built to last. This place might be the most fortified area in all of the city.
I'm gonna turn in my spear and just invest in a
Warehouse.
fireman's axe. Yes, I'm investing in warehouse.
Built to last.
Come get me now, bad guys.
Who knows? Maybe decency just like fortified this place as her fortress. Note, she did not. Okay, what do you want to? Oh no, you aimed. That was your other action.
It was a yeah.
Do you have? Oh no, you don't. You don't have quick draw, do you?
I don't believe that I do.
No. Isn't there something about being a root walker that gives like because you have extra arms, so you get like a free action or free handle item action?
I do. Yes, I might handle an item as a free action. That's 100%.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you want to? So dropping items is also a free action. Do you want to drop your rifle and then pull out a different weapon, or do you want to use your free half action to stow your rifle, or free handle item action rather to stow your rifle, or do you want to use a handle item action to start reloading?
I'm gonna. How long is reloading? Takes a long ass time, right? Like.
What's the reload quality on your musket?
Oh,
I think it's
man.
probably like 7.
Musket. Where's the reload? What's the? I don't know. I'm sorry. I
It'll
don't know
be
which of these numbers.
It'll be a quality for your weapon.
Oh, load 7.
So that means 7 handle item actions to load it.
you could just take 7 rounds to like behind your back, just like stamp that down as a free action.
Might do that, yeah, or at least start to.
Okay, so you're gonna start reloading it with your free handle item action.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep track of how far along it is in being reloaded.
Okay, I'm at 6 now.
I mean, you've got the arms to reload it while doing other stuff, which is the whole
do.
point of this mechanical benefit. Okay, Dorothy, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to cast Flare at the Root Walkers. If I do it here, would everyone be affected?
You'd get the 2 on the right, but not the one on the left.
What about here?
I think that would be the 2 in the front, and not the one in the back. To be clear, the one in the back is the one that can see you.
Yeah, I think I'll do here. So yeah, I'll cast Flare. And that's spellcasting. 27.
You successfully cast it. What do they need to resist or roll against there?
It's a fortitude save. yeah, DC 12.
Okay, what's their resilience? It's +1. Alright.
Need to up my charisma.
They fail. So what does Flare do? It's -1, right? To their next attack?
No, it's -1 magic penalty with attack checks for 1d6 rounds. Flash roll 1d6. For 5 rounds, they have -1.
Okay. Just giving them a little symbol.
And then I will roll my will save. I don't remember the DC for becoming.
Please
Okay.
record the rules for taint somewhere on your
I
character sheet.
no, I have it. I have it.
Oh, okay.
We'll save DC 10. And where's my will save?
Saves are all the way up at the top.
A 10. There we go. And I'm going to use that as my intimidate check for the guy in front of me as sort of like, you see that shit? Hopefully that's intimidating to him. So 12.
Okay. And competence, yeah.
Oh.
He gets
hello.
a 14. He is not impressed by your sparkler, by your fireworks.
5 foot stepping away so I'm no longer flanked, because I become flanked when there's 2 enemies around me because I am lumbering.
Yeah.
I was not made for fighting.
The same for all of us too.
Oh, good.
Something we have in common with root walkers.
Okay. Let's see. This guy is going to take a 5-foot step here. This one is going to take a 5-foot step here.
Now, does he need to make a tumble check because he's moving out of a square that Foxglove is in?
5-foot steps aren't affected by...
Right.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm not going to have that guy move here. I'm going to have him move here. He, like, gets up on one of those crates. And this guy is going to throw his hatchet at Madam V.
Rude.
Well,
I did nothing to deserve this.
I never.
You fired a gun right above his head. As far as he is concerned, you tried to blow his skull off.
And his friends are smeared across the floor.
Also, there is that.
Honestly. Some people.
What's your defense?
That's a good question. It's not high. It's 12.
Okay. So you take a hatchet for 6 points of damage, minus your thick hide.
Right. Which I have. That I'm going to look at and know exactly where it is. Okay, cool. Thank you. So that's 4?
Is your thick hide 2?
I guess.
Okay, then yeah, you take 4 points of vitality damage.
Okay.
And then for his other half action, he draws another hatchet. He's just got like these guys have like belts of them.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
Should I have healed at some point?
Yeah, your vitality should be at full.
Okay, cool. Just gonna do that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, good.
Same for anyone else who hasn't taken damage to their vitality yet, although both of you have. Okay. All right. Then the other goon is terrified of you, Dorothy, and he's gonna chop at you twice. Misses his first hit, gets his second one. And you take 6 points of damage.
Yikes.
Okay. Foxglove's turn.
Yes. Foxglove is going to protect me because she loves me. And so 5-foot step and bite. For 3. So I don't think that
That does not hit.
yeah, so and a 4. Wow, Foxglove, come on. Come on, buddy.
That is unfortunate. Okay. So, it's the Root Walker guards' turns. They start coming on out. On, one of them is going right here in front of Dorothy. The one who threw a knife at you.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is going to move. Oop, that's not what I meant to click. The other one is going to move over to Gentleman, next to Gentleman Moose. And then the last one can. The doorway is blocked. Cannot get through.
Going on in that small room.
Yeah. It's getting crowded. Okay. It's too bad Viper's not there.
Yeah, what a shame.
She's doing important work.
I'm just here for remodeling this.
Lovely house you have here. Would be a shame if someone
Poked a hole in the roof.
Just punch that roof real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Dorothy, the one in front of you, uses its other half action after moving up to draw out a longsword. And likewise, the one over by Gentleman Moose after it's finished clambering over. Yeah. The other one stays where it is, can't get through, but it is going to throw a dagger at Madam V after Madam V tried to shoot it. Tried to shoot them. Yeah.
I suppose that's fair.
That hits again, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you take... Oh, but your thick hide blocks the damage. This dagger comes flying through the doorway and just bounces off of you.
Oh! Excuse me.
Probably ruins your style to some degree. Or not ruins, mars it.
changes it.
Okay. And then you hear a voice say, "What the hell is going on out here?"
Nothing.
And there is a root walker who comes to the doorway, and she has like just isn't wearing any clothes, just has a like bunch of belts around her, and she looks very different from the other root walkers. The other root walkers are like all four of them are deciduous varieties, but this one is like charred. There's like a big charred branch coming out the top of her, and a big like blackened section covering about half of her body, and she is very stoutly built compared to the other three root walkers. She is also carrying in one set of her hands a very, very big two-handed axe. And this is decent C. But because we've been going for long enough, we will come back to this next week. So I'm going to take us to the talk screen. So,
In the meantime, Viper will be taking 20 on that roof.
So for reporting your findings to the new commander, I'm going to give you all 100 XP. I'm not going to give you any XP for the goons you've killed thus far. We'll save that for the end of the fight.
Okay.
But yeah, we will come back to that. I'm in the wrong layer. Yeah. And we will see how that fight goes next week. But in the meantime, thank you everyone so much for joining us on this base assault session. I'm Austin Ramsey. I am the GM of this game, as you saw, and your host for this evening. You can find me on Twitter at NotAnIn. That's NOTANINN. It is also the Twitter account for You Don't Meet in an Inn, a podcast, an actual play podcast about exploring obscure tabletop role-playing games with a diverse, rotating cast. That is the host for this stream. I also do some game design work. If you would like to find that, you can find that at austin-ramsey.itch.io. And this evening, I have been joined by Christine.
Hi, I am the creator of the You Don't Meet an Inn podcast. That's typically most of the work I do online. As for other online things, those things are secret and for me to know. And I sometimes pop in on the Not an Inn Twitter to just post drawings inspired by the stream and then just generally cause a ruckus.
Thank you. Also joining us has been Hadrian.
My name's Hadrian. You can find me on Twitter at Hadrian, where you can possibly throw some money at me, get a sweet art commission.
Yes. For speaking of the art from our lovely players, Christine did the art for Dorothy and Dorothy's token. Hadrian did the art for Viper and Viper's token. And Sasha did the art for Madame V. And so speaking of Sasha...
Hey, yeah, I've been Sasha. You can find me on Twitter at Sasha_Renell. You can follow all my game dev stuff at tcabbage. And, dude, if you want to pay me to draw things, I will draw things for you. That is a fact.
I was actually, for some reason, I just couldn't get Madame V's drawing out of my head today. And I was just thinking about how beautiful she was and how perfectly you captured that. And
Thank you so much.
so I would recommend throwing her some money.
Good.
Or sorry, throwing them some money.
Much obliged.
All right. So, once again, thank you everyone so much for joining us. We will be back again next Friday at 6 p.m. EST on this channel. And I hope to see you there. And as a reminder, everyone, before we go, between now and next week, remember, don't get sparked.
Come up with a better sign off, Austin.
Remember to come up with a better sign off.
Never.